Gemstones can be a little bit of a minefield when you're making jewellery. I'm Marie Chalmers, I'm a gemologist, but I've been working in the jewellery and gemstone industry for over 20 years and I can help you. 5 things that you need to consider when using gemstones in jewellery. Always use a trusted gemstone supplier. This will protect not only the ethics of your business, but also make sure that you are selling the correct gemstone and describing it correctly when you come to sell it on to your customer. Describing the gemstones from you to the customer is really essential, so knowing what you're buying and where you're buying it from is absolutely crucial. Gemstones are a minefield. There are lots of treated gemstones that need to be disclosed to a customer, and also there are a lot of fake gemstones in the marketplace as well. So sticking with your trusted supplier will ensure that you get the correctly described gemstone and an ethical process to suit your business. Speak with your gemstone dealer. We're very friendly, you know. We will help you. We will be able to advise you on which gemstones are affordable, which ones might hit your price point, unusual gemstones, or something a little bit luxury. Make sure you create a relationship with your gemstone dealer so when they're out and about in that marketplace, they're thinking of your jewellery. Be aware of your man-made gemstones. These ones are made in a factory and they should sit at a very different price point to the natural gemstones. So using a trusted gemstone supplier will ensure that you are getting a natural or man-made gemstone or a treated gemstone at the correct price. The durability of a gemstone is really important when making jewellery. Most scale of hardness will give you an indication of how resistant to being scratched that material is. So things like diamonds are the hardest natural substance known to man. Sapphire is very hard, and when you go down to things like apatite, that's actually a very soft material. So it's a really good basis of information for you to assess how wearable that item is going to be. But it's not just about hardness, it's actually also about toughness. How tough is that material? If you're new to jewellery making, you might wish to start with things like jaspers because they're very tough, agates as well. But if you're an experienced jewellery maker, you can move on to the more unusual gemstones like the fluorites, which might have properties where they break in particular directions. So it's understanding the toughness of the material as well as the hardness of the material. Consider how the gemstones are actually going to be worn. Some gemstones are not suitable for things like bracelets and rings and everyday wear. That's really important to bear in mind when you're making jewellery with gemstones. Let's take something like apatite, for example. I wouldn't recommend putting that into something like a bracelet because it's not very resistant to being scratched, so it will easily get damaged. If you were to put it in bead form, maybe put larger beads surrounding the smaller beads so that they take the majority of the damage. If you're looking to make an engagement ring for somebody, you don't want to use something like tanzanite or emerald. Those gemstones are not suitable for everyday wear. They will damage easily, and within 6 months, they'll probably be bringing them back to you asking what has happened to the gemstone. Whereas you can offer the options of sapphire, which comes in every single colour. So you've got so many different gemstones that you can use that are very much more durable than the softer material. Maybe if your customer wants a tanzanite engagement ring, you can explain to them that's not going to be durable enough for everyday wear, but actually sapphire comes in an entire rainbow of colours, and you can get the same beautiful colour in a sapphire as you could in a tanzanite, and it's going to last a lot longer. Be very conscious of the jewellery itself. So when making bracelets, for example, try not to put really soft gemstones in there because bracelets take a lot of knocks throughout the day. Same with rings. If you're making a ring with a particularly high setting, just be conscious that the gemstone in that ring isn't going to be one that will easily break. Consider your style of jewellery and which gemstones are going to suit that style of jewellery. By that I mean that if you're making a commercial jewellery range where you want to be able to put it onto all craft stalls, into shops and small units and into web platforms as well, and you want something that's going to sell lots of volume, then you need to use gemstones that are recognised by the public and gemstones that are generally desirable. Using a rare and unheard of gemstone in that situation wouldn't really work out because the customer isn't necessarily going to have someone like you to explain what that gemstone is. But if you use a recognisable gemstone, they'll think, oh, I know an emerald or a rose quartz, ones that people really know and that they appreciate the value of. Most important tip about buying gemstones is always buy gemstones that you like. If they appeal to you, they are going to appeal to your customer and you're going to make some fabulous jewellery to show them off. Thank you for watching and don't forget to follow us for more gemmy information.